was only made for one. Don't telegraph your passes, you'll end up with molasses, cauterized in syrup and molasses. And I'm checking out the assets that attract us to anything that moves. We're deep inside the grooves, and it's time to shake the rations, 'cause someone's gonna cash in. The plot, it turns again, the reference starts at 10. Well, show me a word that rhymes with pavement, and I won't kill your parents and roast them on a spit. And don't you try to etch it or permanently sketch it, or you're gonna catch a bad cold. And the freaks have stormed the White House. I moved into a lighthouse. It's on a scenic way. It's so far away from the beginning. The shroud is made of linen. The yearling took the purse. The goth kid has a hearse. Heartbreaking, earthquaking Kiwis, they are home baking, minds wide open, true. Leisure, a leisure suit is nothing. It's nothing to be proud of in this late century. And I'm asking you to hold me just like the morning paper pitch between your pointer, your index, and your thumb. It's a semi-automatic. Believers are ecstatic. You see the way they cling, the cold metallic sting. And I'm living in a coma, Madonna del Verona. The harness made of hopes, the lovers on the ropes. None is to church as the parrot is to perch, and my heart's wide open, true.
Allons-nous promener, quel bonheur d'être né. Le chemin est si beau du berceau au tombeau. J'ai perdu mes lunettes, ça va être la fête. Les soldats sont partis couverts de confettis. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le monde est un jardin, tenons-nous par la main. Le chemin est si beau du berceau au tombeau. Nous nous promènerons dans l'odeur du goudron. Dans les papiers qui traînent, blancs comme des migraines, blancs comme des mâles blancs près des chantiers dormants. Gavons-nous de beignets, de frites, de poulet. Le chemin est si beau du berceau au tombeau. Nous irons voir flamber la ville tuméfiée. est une foire, j'ai mis ma robe en moire. Mon frère est un raté car il est décédé. Allons-nous dévorer dans les hôtels meublés? Nous aurons des mégots au fond du lavabo. À l'aube, les blessés cesseront de tousser. Nous aurons un bébé, nous l'entendrons pleurer comme de l'eau qui bout. Les enfants sont tous fous. Allons nous promener, quel bonheur d'être né. Le chemin est si beau, du berceau au tombeau. J'ai perdu mes lunettes, ça va être la fête. Les soldats sont partis, couverts de confettis. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau. Le temps est un bateau, la terre est un gâteau.
Raid them! Take everything! These green lands make me sick.
How you feel and you taste and you wanna go higher, so what do you do? And so you peek into the mountain where your desire go hold. Spilled blood on this place that only echoes true all through the days. And so you peek into the mountain where your desire go hold. Oh, having the space to know the way it's coming down. Take it on down the line. Oh yeah, having the space to know the way it's coming down. Take it on down the line. How to get ahead when the center is bleeding and the tire out the middle and you send it all away. Tasteless lead sitting on our tongues, and then we have to worry more about the ones we love. When you see the smoke, there's fire. 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 Having the space to know the way it's coming down. Take it on down the line. Oh yeah, having the space to know the way it's coming down. Take it on down the line.
But you must not take it. I want to be a leader for the people of Australia. And I am the leader. I'm going to be the leader of the revolution. I want to be a leader for the people of Australia. And I am the leader. I'm going to be the leader of the revolution. I want to be a leader for the people of Australia. And I am the leader. I'm going to be the leader of the revolution.
Yes, I would. If I could, I surely would. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Yes, I would. If I only could, I surely would. I'd rather be a forest than a street. Yes, I would. If I could, I surely would. I'd rather feel the earth beneath my feet. Yes, I would.
Had to score. Not with that Judy tramp. She's not a tramp, her name is Judy. That's a nice name. Yeah, she's a nice girl. Big deal, did you get in her pants? She's not that kind of a girl, booger. Why? Does she have a penis? Genus Supremus, you better know she's a genus and a Venus. Tell me more, was it love at first sight? That's right, this was God-given grace with the face you could praise. Tell me more, did you put up a fight? I don't think so, but before we tour the core and store, let's all explore a more.
The name of this tune is Mississippi Goddamn. And I mean every word of it. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama's gotten me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. This is a show tune, but the show hasn't been written for it yet. Hound dogs on my trail, school children sitting in jail, black cat cross my path. I think every day's gonna be my last. mine. We all gonna get it in due time. I don't belong here, I don't belong there. I've even stopped believing in prayer. Don't tell me, I'll tell you. Me and my people just about do. I've been there, so I know. Keep on saying, go slow. But that's just the trouble. Washing the windows, picking the cotton. You're just plain rotten. You're too damn lazy. Your thinking's crazy. Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know. Just try to do your very best. Stand up, be counted with all the rest. 'Cause everybody knows about Mississippi. God damn. Bet you thought I was kidding you. Picket lines, school boycotts. They try to say it's a communist plot. All I want is equality for my sister, my brother, my people, and me. Yes, you lied to me all these years. You told me to wash and clean my ears and talk real fine, just like a lady. And you'd stop calling me Sister Sadie. Oh, but this whole country is full of lies. You all gonna die and die like flies. I don't trust you anymore. You keep on saying, go slow. Go slow. Well, that's just the trouble. Desegregation, mass participation, unification. Do things gradually, but bring more tragedy. Why don't you see it? Why don't you feel it? I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. Everybody knows about Mississippi. Everybody knows about Alabama. Everybody knows about Mississippi. God damn. That's it.
But how can it recognize you unless you step out into the light, the light? Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end.
Most of my Latino and black people who are struggling to get food, clothes, and shelter in the hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. This ignorance exists, but it can be destroyed. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system, it's the system that will eventually change you. There is usually nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but compromising yourself in a situation is another story completely. And I have seen this happen long enough. the few years that I've been alive to know that it's a serious problem. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism. You see, third world countries are rich places, abundant in resources, and many of these countries have the capacity to feed their starving people, and the children we always see digging for food and trash on commercials. But plutocracies, in other words, a government run by the rich, such as this one, and traditionally oppressive European states, force the third world into buying overpriced, unnecessary goods while exporting huge portions of their natural resources. I'm quite sure that people will look upon my attitude and sentiments and look for hypocrisy and hatred in my words. My revolution is born out of love for my people, not hatred for others. You see, most of Latinos are here because of the great inflation that was caused by American companies in Latin America. Aside from that, many are seeking a life away from the puppet democracies that were funded by the United States. Places like El Salvador, Guatemala, Peru, Colombia, Nicaragua, Ecuador, and La República Dominicana. And not just Spanish-speaking countries either, but Haiti and Jamaica as well. As different as we have been taught to look at each other by colonial society, we are in the same struggle. And until we realize that, we'll be fighting for scraps from the table of a system that has kept us subservient instead of being self-determined. And that's why we have no control over when the embargo will stop in Cuba or when the bombs will stop dropping in Vieques. But you see, here in America, the attitude that is fed to us is that outside of America, there live lesser people. Fuck them, let them fend for themselves. No, fuck you. They are you. No matter how much you want to dye your hair blonde and put fake eyes in, or follow an anorexic standard of beauty, or no matter how many diamonds you buy from people who exploit your own brutally to get them, no matter what kind of car you drive, or what kind of fancy clothes you put on, you will never be them. They're always gonna look at you as nothing but a little monkey. I'd rather be proud of what I am rather than desperately try to be something I'm really not, just to fit in. And whether we want to accept it or not, that's what this culture or lack of culture is feeding us. I want a better life for my family and for my children, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of millions of lives in my homeland. We're given the idea that if we didn't have these people to exploit, that America wouldn't be rich enough to let us have these little petty material things in our lives and basic standards of living. No, that's wrong. It's the business giants and the government officials who make all the real money. We have whatever they kick down to us. My enemy is not the average white man. It's not the kid down the block or the kids I see on the street. My enemy is the white man I don't see. The people in the White House, the corporate monopoly owners, fake liberal politicians, those are my enemies. The generals of the armies that are mostly conservative, those are the real motherfuckers that I need to bring it to. Not the poor, broke, country-ass soldier that's too stupid to know shit about the way things are set up. In fact, I have more in common with most working and middle-class white people than I do with most rich black and Latino people. As much as racism bleeds America, we need to understand that classism is the real issue. Many of us are in the same boat, and it's sinking, while these bougie motherfuckers ride on the luxury liner. And as long as we keep fighting over kicking people out of the little boat we're all in, we're gonna miss an opportunity to gain a better standard of living as a whole. In other words, I don't want to escape the plantation. I wanna come back, free all my people, hang the motherfucker that kept me there, and burn the house to the goddamn ground. I wanna take over the encomienda and give it back to the people who work the land. You cannot change the past, but you can make the future. And anyone who tells you different is a fucking lethargic devil. I don't look at a few token Latinos and black people in the public eye as some type of achievement for my people as a whole. Most of those successful individuals are just sellouts and house Negroes. But I don't consider brothers a sellout if they move out of the ghetto. Poverty has nothing to do with our people. It's not in our culture to be poor. That's only been the last 500 years of our history. Look at the last 2,000 years of our existence and what we brought to the world in terms of science, mathematics, agriculture, and forms of government. You know, the idea of a confederation of provinces where one federal government controls the states? The Europeans who came to this country stole that idea from the Iroquois League. The idea of impeaching a ruler comes from an Aztec tradition. That's why Montezuma was stoned to death by his own people, because he represented the agenda of white Spaniards once he was captured, not the Aztec people who would become Mexicans. So in conclusion, I'm not gonna vote for anybody just because they black or Latino. They have to truly represent the community and represent what's good for all of us proletariat. Porque si no, entonces te mando pa'l carajo, cabrón, gusano, hijo de puta. Seramos libres pronto. ¡Viva la revolución! ¡Viva la revolución!
돌아설 사람이기에